You know her name, you play her games, but do you know her? Fitgirl, aka the queen of repacks. Repacks is shorthand for repackaged software. Originally born in Russia, Fitgirl started sharing her work with Russian-specific torrent sites. Hoping to reach a larger audience, she moved over to Kick-Ass Torrents and was quickly welcomed. All of her torrents are personally packaged and compressed on her computer. "I'm a female and kind of proud of it," said Fitgirl, who said she's between 20 and 30 years old and works with computers. 20 to 30? Wow, she's my age! Rule number 1, never ask a girl her age. Packaged games are high in demand on pirate sites as they save considerable bandwidth. One of the leading names in this niche is Fitgirl. And today we shall be repacking her story. Get it? Because she's a repacker, repack. Let's get on to it. Downloading a pirated game doesn't cost a penny. However, it does take up digital resources as some games can be well over 100 gigabytes. This is a problem for people that have bandwidth caps or those who have limited storage or archive space. My laptop, for example, is a 2 terabyte hybrid with 128 gigs of SSD. So, I can't do anything above 30 gigabytes. I recently downloaded this Need for Speed No Limits, and that is a mobile game, okay? I installed an emulator just to play it, and that alone was over 10 gigs. I'm like, what? Why 10 gigs for a mobile game? Come on, man. So this is the cap that we're talking about. Not everybody can afford such a large storage space. Every problem has a solution, of course, especially in a pirate ecosystem where copyright laws are ignored. For pirated games, this solution comes in the form of repacks, which are essentially compressed versions of full games that work just like the real thing. Repacks can be made from legitimately purchased games, but in pirate circles, they come back with a crack to remove protection. While there are several active repackers, there's one who has climbed through the ranks like no other, Fitgirl. You might be thinking, when did Fitgirl started repacking games? Good question, let's see. In 2012, while Fitgirl was building a personal home archive, she stumbled upon public repacks released on pirate sites. These were much smaller than the ones she had made, and that's when things got started. Instead of relying on 7-zip, Fitgirl became serious about compression and started learning and experimenting. And roughly a week later, the first homegrown repack was available. At this point, repacking was strictly for personal use, and that was good enough. However, as time went by, Fitgirl noticed that some of her own releases were slightly smaller in size than the repacks available in public. For example, she was able to compress Mad Max from 32 GB to 4.1 GB, GTA 5 from 60 GB to 34.1 GB, and Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor from 53.3 GB to 17.6 GB. The one downside is that unpacking compressed games can take a while. GTA 5 takes several hours. This is when things started to shift. Fitgirl decided to make the leap from being merely a personal archivist to a publisher of repacks on pirate sites. Being born in Russia, she picked local torrent trackers as a start, and not without success. I decided to upload my repacks to a few Russian trackers, and they were met with sympathy. Then I decided to continue, Fitgirl says. Okay, wow. Tell me what I'm doing wrong so that I can improve. That's how evolution takes place. The first repack was a copy of Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions. The game was losslessly compressed from 250 megabytes down to 69 megabytes. Nice! However, with larger games, the savings easily expand to dozens of gigabytes. After this initial release, many more followed. Fitgirl continued to experiment and improve her compression skills, sharing the results in public. Today, she has repacked close to 2,000 games. On top of that, she has gathered a large group of dedicated followers who eagerly wait new releases and play her games to this day. And 99% of those people who would watch this video belong to this group. Hey, subscribe, it helps me out. As they are pirated, these repacked games are available for free. Fitgirl does accept donations, but the main motivation appears to be the appreciation from the public and her love for compression. She says, "What I really hate is when crackers try to make money on what they're doing. I think that I can share digital stuff made by others, but I shouldn't make money on it. That's totally unfair." Wow, just like me. I don't do it for the money, I do it for the passion. Hey, by the way, I have an OnlyFans account. A common misconception among people is that she also cracks these games, but that is not the case. Fitgirl mostly downloads pirated releases from a private tracker. These games are often available on public pirate sites as well. The repacking itself is often pretty straightforward. Fitgirl says the average repack actually is very basic. Most games out there use either Unity engine or Unreal engine. Both are easily compressed without any special work. So how long it takes depends only on a game's size and takes from 1 hour to maybe a day. Fitgirl prides herself on using heavy compression and the best settings. She is also somewhat of a perfectionist who likes a challenge. The more complex a game is, the more fun. That's also when more skill is involved. She repacked GTA 5 like 5 and 6 times now, always improving on her compression at the same time reducing the unpacking time. The passion for compression is obvious and Fitgirl has no plans to stop anytime soon. However, to make things more interesting, she wouldn't mind having some extra competition. Needless to say, the publishers and developers of the games are not happy with repacked releases. They do send takedown notices to some file hosting sites who then remove releases, but Fitgirl hasn't run into any legal trouble directly, yet. That said, these same companies could also learn from the success of repacks. According to Fitgirl, publishers could take a lesson or two on effective compression, so customers don't have to waste bandwidth. Hire just one person who understands the compression is her message to publishers, and make your games so they could be easily updated with additional patch files without full data rebuilding. Boom! The truth be spoken! I'm looking at you, Call of Duty. 300 GB? Seriously? I mean, ain't nobody got time for that. For example, Unreal Engine supports patching natively, but 99% of developers don't use it. They just rebuild the whole game all over again, and then users in Steam download another 50 GB update. For now, Fitgirl is glad to take up this task. Fitgirl maintains torrents but fills a specific niche, smaller file sizes. She worshipped compression in her youth. As games got bigger in size, her hard drive couldn't fit as many. She started storing games in zip files before discovering the many nuances driving compression. She wanted to share her experiments with the world, thus torrents. Hey, fun fact number 2, repacks even has many uses outside of piracy, such as many people use repacks as an installer for Steam. Just install in Steam folder and then it checks that it already has the files and downloads just small chunks. Fitgirl only pulls from existing releases in the piracy scene. She does, however, buy games she likes or loves. Fitgirl said they don't make money from piracy, but uploading torrents and making games freely available has a financial impact on developers, even if the exact amount is largely unprovable. She claims it's not a big deal. It's a part of the game, says Fitgirl. Ha! You think I'm the only one with puns? Fitgirl says it's a part of the game because she cracks the game that was made by the developers and it's a game. Get it? Bad puns. The anti-piracy software from a company called Denuvo that's vexed hackers for some time made games like Rise of the Tomb Raider and Just Cause 3 uncrackable for months. It's the same for the new Hitman trilogy, Garden Warfare 2, Far Cry Primal, and other games. One way or another, all these games will be cracked eventually, and guess who's at the top in the cracking scene? Empress. Last year I did this Fitgirl versus Empress drama thing, so that got mildly popular. So if this video gets good engagement with the gamers, then certainly, yeah, I will do it. I would do a video about Empress in the future too. Who knows? Hey, so hit the like, comment down below, share, dislike, doesn't matter. Just do something. Get the engagement up, you know? Aside from the massive popularity of the Repackers website is the sheer volume of output of games. In October 2020, Fitgirl repacked 157 games, around 5 video games every single day. Downloading pirated copies of video games from the internet has been a thing for around 3 decades already, but today's scene stands apart from the earliest days of the web. Where games of a few kilobytes once ruled the waves, these days, files reaching tens of gigabytes are not unusual. Even now, not everyone has the bandwidth or time available to dedicate to grabbing these releases. Perhaps unsurprisingly though, people always step in to provide a way. Fitgirl releases typically offer everything the average video game pirate needs. Games with protections removed or bypassed, delivered via torrents in a much smaller file size than the original. With tens of millions of visits per month, Fitgirl's torrent index is one of the most popular around and is only growing in popularity. In part, that's due to Fitgirl's popularity, but also the quality of her releases. In short and in broad terms, after pirated games are released by the original pirate groups, Fitgirl's repacking skills mean that they are redistributed to the masses more quickly and efficiently. The largest game repack released by Fitgirl in October was Conan Exiles Complete Edition. which began life as a 105 GB file, but after processing was cut down to just 45.5 GB. The smallest was Skate Prime, which from a lofty 730 MB was crunched down to 220 MB. The worst compression ratio recorded is for Disco Elysium, the final cut, which is from 9.5 GB down to 7.8 GB, only 17.9% saved. While the best result recorded is for Boomerang X, which is from 10.8 GB down to 859 MB, with a whopping 92% traffic saved. When Fitgirl obtains releases and goes about the packing processes, plenty of things need to be done. Original ISOs have to be unpacked, analyzed, prepared, and compressed, for example. Fitgirl says that the overall processing speed is carried out at a rate of 63.5 GB of data per day, with compression writing speed taking place at roughly half of that. Let me give you a perspective. In India, which is where the internet is quite cheap, we get 1.5 GB per day, depends on plans, but 99% of our population of 1.3 billion uses either Airtel or Jio, which is the only two telecom service that we get. So either people have a 2 GB per day or a 1.5 GB per day. So we do all of our thing, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, downloading, uploading, everything, browsing, everything. We try to manage it at 1.5 GB per day. And Fitgirl, on the other hand, is doing close to 60 gigs per day. Oh, by the way, the price of 1 GB in India is about $0.3 or close to 15 rupiah. Because for us, every MB counts, okay? Every MB counts. Importantly, when Fitgirl releases are obtained by users, work has to be carried out on that end too. All of the compression has to be reversed on the user's machines, similar to an automated unzipping. And the overall time spent can be significant and heavily dependent on the hardware available. Also, if users have a laptop rather than a desktop machine, Fitgirl says that the installation time can be increased by a factor of 2. But that isn't the only bottleneck. If you have an active antivirus, then multiply it by a factor of 1.2 to 2. But if you have an aggressive antivirus which checks all read or write data on the fly, then multiply it by a factor of 2 to 4. So basically, in a nutshell, if your system is anything below an NVIDIA GTX 1050 or an Intel i3, you'll be having a lot of problemo, amigo. And by the way, I'm using Lenovo Legion Y540, I think, yeah, that's why Wi-Fi 20. It's Wi-Fi 20. Hey, shout out to Lenovo. Hey, if anyone from Lenovo watching this, hey, I'm your boy, man, hit me up. You know, I'll do your testing and review it on my channel, and also link down in the description. Hey, you want this new laptop, brand new laptop? Use the code IMON Lenovo 20 to get 20% off. Boom. See? While running an antivirus might slow down Fitgirl repack game installations, turning off security tools isn't generally advised for the average user. Then again, Fitgirl is certainly not the average user, not by a long shot. Fitgirl is probably the busiest and most productive gaming pirate online today, and as things stand, there are no signs of a slowdown. In piracy circles, Fitgirl is a very well-known brand, especially for gamers looking for the latest titles without the usual price tag. The resulting smaller file sizes are useful for people who want to download pirated games but don't have or don't want to use up lots of bandwidth. And according to traffic data, that's a lot of people, man. So, I know what you've been waiting for. The face reveal of the one and only repacker, Fitgirl. Of course, in her profile picture, that's a picture of Amelia, okay? Go watch the movie, it's a French movie. I watched it and I forgot it. But who is the real Fitgirl, you might ask? Hey, by the way, I'm about to share, it's already in her website, it's in the public domain. So, here you go. I will be doing an entire playlist of Fitgirl recommended games, so I'm really excited for that. So yeah, let's see what she recommends and how great her recommendations are. Also, when it comes down to storage problems like mine, links down in the description. Go check it out. 4 terabytes at the best price. If you're Indian, definitely check it out. Also, do check out my Instagram. Lots of drawing, fan art, and sexy stuff there. Yes, I said sexy stuff there. Wow, thank you for watching this video, man and woman. This is a different format I'm experimenting on, so if you like this type of videos, do let me know. Hey, either like or dislike. I'm seriously though, I missed the dislike button because then you can visually see how much of the things. Now, in order for me to actually see if a video, how much the people like a video, I have to go to individual videos, scroll right, look at the like to dislike ratio, and then check it out. I mean, it's such a hassle, man. Such a hassle. Well, so thank you for watching. Bye bye.